I want to say good evening. Is that everything okay? Yes. Something wrong with the YouTube link. Yeah, I know it, right? So that's why I put another new. Okay, right. But before to start the session, sorry for that. Sound money, right? Sorry for that. Right. Is that okay? Now it's okay. Sorry, sound around in Mac again. Now it's okay, right? Hari. That way, now I think it's okay. Okay. Hari. And again, I want good morning, good evening for you all, right? Okay. Now we have to start the session. Something wrong with the YouTube link. That's why I put another new link. So please, you can share that link among your friends. Please pass a message. Okay. So today we are going to do what? We have to memorize all the lessons relevant to grade 10 and the grade 11s before to start our MCQ booster. Right? So today we have to start that one with the chemistry lesson. Right? For your grade 10, we have to discuss how many chemistry lessons. Right? Third one, structure of matter. right? Okay, structure of matter. Then the fourth one, no, the fourth one actually number 7, right? The molecular mole calculation, quantification, no, yes, quantification of elements and the compound, quantification, right? So, right, quantification of elements, right? Elements and the compounds. Then unit number 10, chemical bonds, right? Then unit number 16, no, yes, change in matter, right? Okay, change in matter. Then unit number 17, rate of reaction, right? Those are the lessons relevant for the grade 10, right? Blur is a serious way. Wait a minute. මම හිත කැමරාවේ සෙටින් අවුල් ගියා කියලා. මම අද ඔබද්දි මොන හරි අවුලක් ගියා. ඒක හදාගෙන සෑහෙන කට්ටක් ගන්නවා. Okay, let's see. Now is that okay? Right, okay. Previous one is better. මේ ලෝකේ මිනිස්සු පුතා සනසන්න අමාරුයි පුතා. Right. Now listen. හරි මම පොඩි වැඩක් කරගෙනම යන්නම් ඈ. හරි. So we have to start that one with rate of reaction, change in matter, then have to discuss bonds, then have to discuss quantification of elements, then we have to discuss structure of the matter. So that is the order, right? We are not start with that one, right? We have to start with that one. Those are the only chemistry lessons, right, for the grade 10. Grade 11 mixtures, unit number 3, unit number 7 acid, base and salt, right? Then unit number 8 heat change associated with chemical reactions. Then unit number 11 electrochemistry. Now the 12 electrochemistry. Then unit number 14 hydrostatic pressure and its application. Hydrocarbons and their derivatives. Those are the 5 lessons. For the grade 10 and the grade 11, it's very easy. Yes, right? That's very easy. Got it? Right. Now we have to start the session with the unit number 17, rate of reaction. Puta, that's one very important. Today we are going to touch the newly concepts that are not in your textbook. Please try to concentrate on them, right? Okay? Hari. Right. One day මෙච්චරක් දරා ගන්න බෑ. අද maximum කරන් මේක බලමු ඉතින් මට ඇති වෙනකම් මම කරනවා හරි. Anyway. So that is a PDF we have to discuss. We have to start that one with page number 16 no? Right, okay. How many MCQs? 144. Right, okay, yes. Candy students, ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පුළුවන් අඟ හරුවද තියෙන සෙමිනාර් එකකින්. ඔයගොල්ලෝ අපි ලන්ඩන් බ්‍රිජ් එකේ හම්බ වෙනවනේ. right. ඒකෙදි මේ book එක ඔයගොල්ලන්ට freely හම්බ වෙනවා. මේක විතරක් නෙමෙයි 600 MCQ book also. Right, okay, yes. You can get. Okay? හරි. So where is that? The catalyst used in production of sulfuric acid. Right, okay, right, hot water, what is the volume segment of the catalyst? Right. කොතනද ඒක මට තියෙන තැන හොයාගන්න බෑනේ. කොයි හරිද කියලා බලමු. Statement adding few drops of sulfuric acid is hydrogen peroxide man. Hydrogen. Yeah, correct. Now we have to start that one with. Right, okay, hurry. From 133. Is that the MCQ relevant for the rate of reaction? Rate of reaction. Consider the following statements. Yeah, it's okay. Hurry. Darone, now listen. Before to talk about those, if you don't know the concepts, what I am going to discuss, please write down all of them. Please write down all of them. Rate of reaction. You know, actually we know there are two types of reactions. Some of them are slow reactions, some of them are fast reactions. Slow reactions, fast reactions. Slow and the fast. Candy seminar, London Bridge, right? London Bridge, Candy, right near to Trinity College. Right, Trinity එකටම එහා පැත්තේ නේද? ඔන්න කතාව. කැන්ඩි වලට ඉතර දෙන්න පුළුවන්. නෑ කැන්ඩි දෙන්න පුළුවන් ඕනෙකට දෙන්න පුළුවන්. Okay? Right? Slow reactions, fast reactions. So that means that's one very important to find the rate of reaction. So how do you find the rate of reaction? That's how. Right. Puta, reactants react together and then they form products. Right? Reactants react together and then they form the products. Reactants are used up, but products are formed. No? Right? Reactants are used up, but products are formed. So how we calculate the rate of reaction? That's how. Rate of reaction, right? Rate of reaction, it is equal the amount of, that one very easy, amount of reactants used up, right? Reactants used up, right? Should divide by the time taken, right? Time taken to complete the reaction. මට වේගෙ ලියනවා එහෙනම් රවුන්ඩ් කරන්න යකරුවා. Got it? Yes. Another way we can use, so what's another way? Amount of product formed divided by the time taken. Got it? No? Yes. Time taken for the reaction. So those are the two ways we can calculate the rate of reaction. Clear? No? Yes. Okay. Rate of reaction means that's why. So what are the factors that affect for the rate of reaction? I think it's better, right, to prepare the short note, right? Okay. Right. එහෙනම් මම මේක නිකන් හදන short note type එකේම note එකක් හදන් යනවා. ඔන්න අහගන්න. For one page, right? All right. Puta, look at that. Products, reactants there. Reactants react together and then they form the products. Fine. So how we calculate the rate of reaction? And that's how, sir. Rate of reaction, it is equal amount of reactants used up divided by the time taken to complete the reaction. Another way we can use, so what's that? Amount of products, yes, form should divide by time taken to complete the reaction, right? So those are the two ways we can use to calculate the rate of reaction. Then rate of reaction mean reaction mean actually reactants should collide each other to form the products, right? Reactants should collide each other to form the products. So there are so many factors affect for the rate of reaction. So what are the factors? Right. Questions right. Then what are the factors affect for the reactions? Right. Factors affect for the reaction. Factors affect for the reaction. Ekak. What do we know? Nature. Right. Nature of reactants. Right. Nature of reactants affect. Then concentration of reactants, right? Okay, concentration of reactants. Unta tahangin. Ta මේගොල්ලෝ දන්න දේවල් කියන ලොකු දේවල් කියන කවුරුත් concentration of the reactants, right? Another one, so what's the other one? Temperature of the reaction, right? Okay, temperature of reaction. Temperature of the reaction. Then another one, action of catalyst. No, yes, action of catalyst. action of catalyst, right? Another factor I played, pressure if it is a gaseous reaction, pressure. Again, try to memorize, right? What are the factors that affect for the rate of reaction, Puta? Nature of reactants, concentration of the reactants, temperature of the reaction, action of catalyst. Again, tell me, right? Okay, again, tell me what? Nature of reactants, concentration of the reactants or reaction, reactants, temperature of the reaction, then action of catalyst. What's that? Action of catalyst. Clear? Pressure if it is a gaseous reaction. Pressure if it is a gaseous reaction. Right. Now listen. Oh, now that is very important. Okay. Now that's very important. For a one practical, right, we have to maintain other facts by changing what is a factor what we want to check. So that means now you are going to check the effect of nature of reactants. So that is a variable factor. We have to change the nature of the reactants for two apparatus. For an example, one apparatus with stripes, then one apparatus with powdered form, magnesium stripe and the magnesium powder. But all other factors should be constant. So that means concentration of the reactant should be constant, temperature should be constant, action catalyst means different story, no? Got it? Right, okay, yes. Now, understood the ගලහන දෙයක් නැහැ. මතක දෙයි ටික. Got it, no? Yes. Okay. Now listen, හරි. එහෙනම් අපි එකින් එකට questions වලින් මතක් කරන් යන්න යන්න. බලමු. Consider the following statements about the catalyst. Now, the first question, it asks about the catalyst. Right? We have to discuss the question. By discussing the questions, we have to memorize the theory facts. So that is a task now we are going to fill today, right? Okay, right. Catalyst I'm going to explain. Wait a minute. Okay, right. Catalyst. So catalyst mean, so what are the features of catalyst? Actually, always catalyst, the function of the catalyst, the action of the catalyst, the behavior of the catalyst, it normally, it is definitely it's equal to what? Right? Just like a talkative woman. Right? Kelang kena ganu kenek wage. Kelamකට පුළුවන් society එකක් ගිනිතියන්. So catalyst always increase the rate of reaction or decrease the rate of reaction. Right, okay. Yes. Always it stimulates the reaction. But another feature, catalyst not used up during the reaction. It not used up. So that means when you put 5 grams of magnesium, remain 5 grams of magnesium after the reaction when magnesium act as a catalyst. But magnesium it not act as a catalyst. Right? So that means, look at that, catalyst. Right? Features, not used up during reaction. Another, right, require small amounts. Small amount, chutta tibat ati. Another one, always stimulate the reaction. That means always it accelerate the reaction. Always it accelerate reaction. So those are the features of the catalyst. Right? So that means, Puta, think about the H2O2. We break down H2O2 into H2O plus O2. Actually, no need to cut apart at that. H2O. H and O mean definitely H2O should be there. Right? Api free session ne akkara mala mata dene meka ne. H with O, it is H2O. Right? then H2O හරි මම එහෙම කටපාඩම් නොකරනම එකපාර ලියන්න නැතුව ලියන හැටිම ලියන්නම්කෝ. එතකොට තේරෙන්නේ කාට හරි නේ first time ආව කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවනම්. right. H2O දරුවනේ how we balance the chemical equation, how we write the balanced chemical equation. That's how, right? Okay. H and O, when H and O together, definitely it produces H2O. H2O means water. Now we can balance it. Before to balance it, please look at the number of the atoms. H2O1. Right? The tip is we know. When the odd numbers there, we cannot balance it. Now think about the oxygen, an odd number. එහෙනම් අපි ඉස්සරහට දෙකේ ඉලක්කමක් දානවා. Have to put 2. හොඳට ඉතර අහගින්. එහෙනම් 2 times 2 that means 4. Have to put 2. Now 2 times 2 it's 4. 2 times 2 it's 4. Oxygen 2, but oxygen 4. 2 times 2 it's 4. 2 times 2 it's 4. Now it's balanced. 2 times 2 it's 4, but here is 2. Right? So that means excess 2 oxygen. So that's why it's release oxygen. Clear? Yes. Right. Okay. Now look at that. For that reaction, MnO2 it acts as a catalyst. MnO2 it acts as a catalyst. MnO2, right? Manganese dioxide. It not used up during the reaction. So when you put 5 gram of MnO2 before to the reaction, then it remain 5 grams after the reactions also. Right? That is a character. That is a character of that. Right? Always it accelerates the process. Instead of MnO2, we can put meat also. Muscalak, or a piece of meat. Got it? Right. නිකන් මේ මුකුත් නෑනේ කටපාඩම් කරගන්න දෙන්නේ. හල්ගෙන්නේ නෑනේ. ඒක කටපාඩම් කරගෙන point එක ඔළුවේ තියාගන්න තියෙන්නේ. Right. Again, catalyst are the use of during the reaction? No, not use up. Require small amount. Always what happened to the reaction? Stimulate. That means rate of reaction it increase. Right. For MnO2 and meat, it acts as catalyst for what? Hydrogen peroxide. That's all. But some of chemical compounds, they decelerate the reaction. They decelerate it. For an example, look at that. H2O2, it decomposes into, right, 2H2O plus O2. 2H2O plus O2. Right? But when you add few drop of sulfuric for that, H2SO4, what happened? The rate of reaction it decelerate. Rate of reaction it decrease. Right? Rate of reaction it decelerate. At that time we say what? They are negative catalysts. They are positive catalysts. Negative catalyst, instead of that we use normally inhibitors. What do you call? Inhibitors. Again tell me what do you call? Inhibitors. Got it no? Right, okay, yes. Kurunagala seminar. Kurunagala every Thursday. Right? 8 to 1:30. Candy every Tuesday. Same. 1 to, I think it's 1. 8 to 1, right? I think. Yes. Okay? හරි. ඔන්න මතක තියාගන්න. මහ ලොකු දෙයක් නෑ. Clear no? Yes. ඔළුවට දාගන්න දැන් මම පාඩම් කරගන්න හයියෙන් කටහරලා කියන්න. නිශ්ශබ්ද වෙන්න එපා. එච්චරයි. Got it? Right, fine. H2SO4, catalyst or inhibitor? Inhibitor. එච්චරයි. Normally we say it's positive catalyst or negative catalyst? Negative catalyst. Right. In industry we use some catalyst. So what are them? ඔන්න මතක තියාගන්න මොකක්ද එක? Production of මතක කරගන්න බෑ. හතරක් තිබ්බා. Production of margarine by vegetable oil. Right. Another one. Production of ammonia. Another one. Production of sulfuric. Another one. Production of nitric by oxidizing ammonia. ඔන්දාගන්න ඔලුවට හරි. ආය පරක් හතර. ඒවට ඉතින් මතක තියාගන්න වෙනවා හරිද? ඒක තීරිනේ. හරි. Production of ammonia, production of nitric by oxidizing ammonia, production of sulfuric by contacting method, Production of margarine from vegetable oil. Again tell me, right? What are they? Production of ammonia. Production of ammonia. Production of nitric acid. Production of margarine from vegetable oil. Production of sulfuric acid by contacting method. Okay, right. Then what are the catalysts for them? Production of ammonia. Porous iron. What's that? Porous iron. Production of nitric by oxidizing ammonia. What that? Platinum. Makada putih? Platinum. Production of sulfuric. Vanadium pentoxide. What's that? Vanadium, not Canadium. Right? That should be V. Vanadium. Vanadium pentoxide. V2O5. Vanadium pentoxide. Then production of margarine. What's that? Nickel. What's that? Nickel. Padang karaganda. Demo padang karaganda. Right. Okay now? Yes. Okay. Now you know it's. Okay. Tell me what are the catalysts? Again tell me. Production of ammonia. Porous iron. Production of nitric acid by oxidizing ammonia. Platinum. Production of margarine from vegetable oil. Nickel. Production of sulfuric by contacting method. Vanadium pentoxide. V2O5. Vanadium pentoxide. Got it now? Yes. Okay, right. ඒ ටික මතක තියාගන්න වෙනවා ඈ. මොන කතාව. හරි? හරියට හරි. දැන් ඉතින් තර්ක කරලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ටික මතක තියාගන්න වෙනවා. Clear? Yes. Right, okay. මම හෙට එන්න බෑ. හෙට කුරුණාල දෙන්නේ සිංහල මීඩියම් එකක්. හරි නේද? හරියට හරි. ඕන් දැන් චුට්ටක් ඉතින් අහන් ඉන්නකෝ මේ කියන ඒවා. හරි. අච්චු පොතේ නැති දේවල් කියලා දෙන්න යන්නේ ඈ. That one, now think about that reaction. So that is a test tube. Now we fill that test tube with hydrochloric acid. 1 mole per cubic decimeter hydrochloric acid, 100 cubic centimeter of that. Then we add, right, 5 gram of magnesium sulfate. Now it took 2 seconds, 2 minutes, right, not seconds, to complete the reaction. After the reaction, remain 1 gram of magnesium. Example like explain karna. Got it? Right. Candy is totally free putih. Right. Please pass a message among the people, right? There's a test tube. Now that one filled with hydrochloric acid. We put 5 gram of magnesium sulfate. Then after the 2 minutes, remain 1 gram of magnesium. Now we want to check the rate of reaction. Rate of reaction. So how we find the rate of reaction? And magnesium use and amount of magnesium used up. Divide by the time. Tell me. What about the amount of magnesium used up? Tell me. What is the value of that? What is the value? Tell me. Initially we use 5. Now it's become 1. So now what about the remaining one? Tell me. What about the remaining one? Right. Okay. So 5 minus 1. So that means it's 4. 4 grams use up. Right. 4 grams use up during which duration? 2 minutes. So 4 divided by 2. What about that? 2 grams per minute. That is the answer. 2 grams per minute. Okay, no? That is the answer. 2 grams per minute. That is the rate of reaction. Right. Now, what I am going to do, right, during that reaction, what happened? Evolve hydrogen, no? Right. So that is a relevant reaction. Magnesium with chlorine, it forms magnesium chloride. Right. Magnesium with chlorine, it says magnesium chloride. Then magnesium there, chlorine there, the remaining one is H. So it releases H2. Right. But here 2, how to put 2? That is a relevant reaction. Now clearly you can see during that reaction evolve hydrogen. Now we are going to plot the amount of hydrogen gas with the time, right? Amount of hydrogen, amount of H2 gas collected, right? Cubic centimeter. What happened with the time, right? Right. Darune, what happened initially before to start the reaction? Before to start the reaction, no hydrogen gases. Just we put the magnesium aside. Now start to bubble. So that means initially that one zero. Got that point? No. Got that point? No. Yes. Right. Now zero. Got that point? No. Yes. Now what happened with the time? Increase the amount of hydrogen, increase its volume, increase amount of hydrogen, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, like that, no? Right? Okay, right. Now increase, but with the time, the rate of reaction, it decrease with the time. Got it? So that's why it been like that. Right. After few minutes, what happened? The rate of reaction, it becomes zero. That means the reaction, now it's over. Reaction now it's over. That's what happened. Right? මේ තියෙන්නේ reaction එක වෙනවා decelerate වෙනවා reaction එක වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Rate of reaction 0 වෙලා. Rate of reaction 0 means stop the reaction. Right, look at that. Alright, that one T1, now it's happening. That one T2, now it's happening. That one T3, now the reaction is happening. Now T4, that reaction happening. Now T5, now it's finished. So that means that is a point. Finish the reaction. Clear? No? Yes? Is that clear? I think it's clear. Right, okay, yes. Think that graph for stripe, magnesium stripe. Hari, පුතා stripe එකයි powder form එකයි ගත්තොත් එහෙනම් මට කියන්න rate of reaction high in stripe form or the powder form? Powder form. When it powder form, it has high surface area, so number of collisions high, so the rate of reaction high. That's what we say nature of reactants. Concentration high means rate of reaction high. Temperature high means rate of reaction high. No? Yes? Right. Powder form means rate of reaction high. Concentration means rate of reaction high. Right? Temperature means, temperature high means rate of reaction high. May and the stripe form. Right. Now think, here we added 5 grams of magnesium powder. Then මේවා කවදාවත් අහලා නැත පොඩක් අහන් හිටා හරිද? Right? ඒවනේ real chemistry කියන්නේ. දැන් ගිය සැරේ MCQ paper එක අහලා තිබුණේ මේ and definitely there will be question on that. Please now. Hari. Tightly strike on that, Hari. Okay, anyway. Now that one is stripe form. Now we are going to draw the new graph for the powder form. Tell me, when we use powder, that line represents the rate of reaction. That line represents the rate of reaction. What happened when we put powder form of the magnesium? Rate of reaction lower than to that or higher than to that? Tell me. Higher than that. So that means we have to draw the newly curve, that one, the first path or the second path. Second path. Got it, no? Yes, right, second path, no? Powder form and undo redo scene. Right, okay, yes. Got it? Right? So the newly one should be the second one. Powdered form. Right, powdered form. Rate of reaction high with the time. Right, okay, yes. It constant. But for the stripe, that is a point where stop the process. But for the powder form, that is a point where stop the reaction. Powder form means reaction rate high. Rate of reaction high means puta, it complete the reaction within few minutes, right? But stripe form means the rate of reaction it's slow compared to that, so it got more and more time to complete it. That's why the end point, the finish point, it little bit away that point. Got it? No? Yes. Clear all the points relevant that graph? You okay? Grade 10 එකට මේව නෑ නේදලු. නැත්තේ කොහෙද මන් ඉතින් grade 10 අය කියව තමයි මේ කියන්නේ rate of reaction වල. Right? Clear the point? Yes, gram per minute. Yes, අනිවාර්යෙන් definitely, right? It should be. There's no unit, lose a mark. Okay. Clear? Right, okay. Again, for the last time I will explain it, right? Okay. So, what we are going to do here? We are going to put the 5 gram of magnesium aside. For that one, after 2 minutes, it says over the reaction, then after the reaction remains 1 gram of magnesium. So that means during that reaction, right, right, what about the mass of magnesium used up? 5, the remain one is 1, so 4 gram of magnesium used up. Right, during the time duration, so what the time duration? 2 minutes, 4 divided by 2, so you got the answer. Right, then here what I am going to do here, right, that is a relevant reaction. So during the reaction release hydrogen. So what I am going to do here, right, to collect the amount of hydrogen. So that means it's a volume. With the time what happened, evolve hydrogen, we collect it. With the time decrease the rate of reaction and stop. Stop mean there are no more reaction. So that is a stop point. So reaction now it's over. What happened when we had the powder form? Powder form mean its rate of reaction high compared to the side. So that's why a little bit above, right? Got it? Okay. On. තේරුණානේ? හරි. හරි. එහෙනම් ඕන් දැන් මම තව වැඩක් කරන්න යනවා. Now again I am going to draw the amount of magnesium with the time. How it vary. බාන්නකෝ ඒවා අලුත් කතන්දරනේ. time. මේ ඇවිල්ලා amount of magnesium. දැන් ඔයාලට පුතා හිතෙන්න ඕනේ මන් දින්නේ නැහැ පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. මම දැන් මාත් එක්ක හිතන්න බං චුට්ටක්. right. ඉරියදයි නේ. අද මොකක් හරි වෙලාද? අද හදිසියෙන්නේ මේවා ගත්ත නිකන් අල්ල කලංචයක් වෙලා. නේ. නේ cool down වෙලත් නැහැ නිකන්. එක දිගට යකා වගේ කියන්නේ කියනවා නේ. right okay. අය අතන අර ඇරියස් එක අල්ලන්න බෑ. මිනිත්. හරි ඔන්න බලමු. මේකට දැයිනවා. අදපත් දෙනවත් ඕනේ පුතා. ඉරියදයිනේ පුතා. එනේ බලමුකෝ. online student වල MCQ IC පොතේ MCQ 200 ඇදී. ඒ දිගේ පොත බලපු හැටි තමයි. මෙන්න සමහර අය S2 කටේ දාන් බලන අය. මේක මේ සිංහල මීඩියම් එකක්. මෙහෙම තමයි වෙලා තියෙන්නේ ඈ. ඒකේ තියෙනවා මෙහෙම. මෙහෙමත් පේනවද questions? කොයි අත යන්නෙත් නැහැ. මෙහෙමත් තියෙනවා. මෙහෙමත් තියෙනවා. මෙහෙමත් තියෙනවා. මෙහෙමත් තියෙනවා. හරි මේක මේ සිංහල මීඩියම් එකක්. බ්ලූ කලර් නෑ නේ. ඉංග්‍රීසි මීඩියම් එක. තියෙනවා. MCQ book. මේ විදිහම නේද? බ්ලූ කලර් one. right ඈ? no right okay. එහෙම දෙන්න. right. හා 100 තමයි ගහලා තියෙන්නේ. පිටු 40 පොත ගයිදී MCQ 200ක් තියෙනවා චුටි චුටි ගහලා නේ. හරි. ඔන්න අහගන්න. right? okay. right. then listen. So what I am going to do here, I am going to check what happened to the magnesium. Okay, put it on, eh? Right. But what about the initial amount of magnesium? 5. So we have to start the graph with the point of 0 or we have to start that one with the 5. That one from the 5. No, we have to start that one from the 5. Clear? No? Okay, right. Now tell me, with the time, what happened to the magnesium mass? What happened to magnesium? It formed a use up. Use up mean උඩටද graph එක යන්න ඕනේ යටටද graph එක යන්න ඕනේ. අඩු වෙන්න එපා mass එක. එහෙනම් යටට. right okay yes. ඔම අඩු 0 වෙනවද? වෙනවද? No. Why? Because remain 1 gram after the reaction. So that means we cannot draw that right? Okay, we cannot draw, right, that line. And erase it. That is a behavior. Decrease it, decrease it, decrease it until it come to the 1. So after 1 remain constant, right? Okay, yes, so that one grams. Got it? Okay, right. On මේ තියෙන්නේ magnesium stripe එකට දාලා graph එක. Yeah. Okay, those are the two relevant graphs. ඔන්න මතක තියෙන්න ඕනේ. හරි. දැන් ඔය කලින් ඉගෙන නැතුවද නේ? එහෙනම් අද ඉගෙන ගන්න. එච්චරයි. හරි? If you want, you can draw, right? You can write. I don't know. ඕනනම් දාගන්න. Catalyst increase as well as decrease the reaction rate? No. Why? Because always catalyst increase the rate of reaction, it not decrease. Right? If decrease the rate of reaction, normally we say what's inhibitors. Right? Okay. Then catalysts participate in the chemical reaction but not consume in the reaction. Correct or wrong? Correct. Right. Then a small amount of catalysis is sufficient for a large number of reactants. Correct or wrong? Correct. So your answer should be B and the C. Clear now? Right. Okay. Mata kaling ganna. Onnu uttara. The catalyst used in the production of sulfuric acid by the contact method is, okay, right. Please try to get the answer. So what should be the answer? The catalyst used in the production of sulfuric acid by the contact method is, what's that? Right. Okay. Is that nickel? No. Is that iron? No. Iron mean ammonia, right? Vanadium pentoxide. 135. In which of the following case does a chemical change take place? Does a chemical change, not the physical change, chemical change. Chemical change means newly chemical compounds have to form. In evaporation of water. Evaporation of water means, is it chemical change? No. Physical change, no? In the case of wood burning, burning of wood, burning of fuels, burning of anything. Yes. Melting wax? No. Melting ice? No. So answer should be the second one. That should be the answer. Right? Consider the following statements. Adding a few drops of sulfuric acid with hydrogen peroxide. Catalyst or inhibitor? Right. One by one we have to go through the statements, right? One by one. Tell me, Puta. Adding a few drops of sulfuric acid with hydrogen peroxide. Hansika, no. Catalyst or inhibitor? Yes, inhibitor. No, inhibitor. Manganese dioxide reacts with hydrogen peroxide. Manganese dioxide reacts with hydrogen peroxide. Correct or wrong? Correct or wrong? Correct or wrong? You have to say correct or wrong? Correct or wrong? Hadan. Balangin ini lian, ulot lian ini. Correct or wrong? Wrong. So why it's wrong? It says react with. React with? No. It not used up during. Right? It not involved for the reaction. Right? Okay. Adding of manganese dioxide when potassium permanganate is heated. Right. Which of these answers shows when the positive catalyst and the negative catalyst are applied to respective case again. Ito the case again. What does it make it now? Manganese dioxide catalyst? No. Potassium permanganate? No. Right. Manganese dioxide react with hydrogen peroxide. But we have to take that one as answer. No? Reacts with, there's an issue. Right. So that one, it is a positive catalyst. Right. So it says which of these answer shows when a positive catalyst. So that means it is B. The negative catalyst, it is A. So your answer should be what? B and A. By God. There's no particular answer for that. No. Addition of manganese dioxide when potassium permanganate is heated. No. That's wrong, right? So B and the A. You said A and the B, no. But it says which of these answers shows when the positive catalyst. Positive catalyst means B, no. Right. So no particular answer. Positive catalyst means catalyst, right? It increases the rate of reaction. Okay, right. Then 137. The rate of a chemical reaction is the number of collisions between reactants particles per unit time. That means rate of reaction means number of collisions. Consider the following statement in this regard. As the concentration of reactant increase, then number of collisions between those particles increase. Correct or wrong? When increase the concentration, it says number of collisions also increase. Correct or wrong? Correct or wrong? Correct. Right? It correct. Yes? Okay, right. That one correct. Right, it's correct. Why you say it's correct? Number of concentration high mean number of particles in that is high. Number of particles high mean collisions also high. So that's why it's correct. Right. As the temperature of the medium decrease, temperature decrease mean rate of reaction decrease. Rate of reactions mean number of collisions also decrease. Right. Then the number of collisions between reactants particle decreases. Yes. As the surface area of the reactants increase, surface area increase mean number of collisions also increase. Right, okay, yes. The surface area increases, the number of collisions between their particles decrease. That's wrong, right? So your answer should be A and the B. Right? So how many days remain for your exam? Right? For the term test, only 25, no, not 25, no, just 20 days. Today is 8, no? 8 means closer to 25. For the O-level, I think it's 99, right? 99 days. Yes. Just 99. Candy seminar payment කොහොමද දැන් මෙච්චරලා බම් මේ කියනවා free එක free please එක්කුඩ සිංහල බැලුවා ඉංග්‍රීසි බැලුවා ඒක free තරහක් යනවා බා මගේ ප්‍රෙෂර් වැඩි වෙනවා හරි ඔන්න got it yes right then 138 2 grams of each of calcium carbonate granules and the powder were weighed separately. Yes. Right. Then they were reacted with equal volume of HCl. The time taken for complete disappearance of the reactants was measured separately. So which forms? Granules and the powder. Ketamine granules. Kudumine powder. Single mention කළා දෙනවනේ පුතා. Ketamine granules, kudumine powder. අද එහෙනම් මට ටක් ගාලා කියන බලන්න. කාගේද ටක් ගාලා වැඩේ වෙන්නේ? granules වලද powder වලද? powder වල වැඩේ වෙනවා ටක් ගාලා. got it? Yes, okay. Then look at that. The above activity examines which fact affect the rate of reaction. The above activity examine which fact. The above activity effect for the which fact? We know there are 4 facts. Nature of reactants, temperature of the reaction, concentration of the reactants, action of catalyst. Right, okay. Now it says which fact affect for the rate of reaction. And I'm making a physical form of reactants. Temperature at which reaction take place. Concentration of the action, catalyst effect. So answer should be the first one. Well, easy, right? Okay. 139. 0.5 grams of zinc pieces at it's nice, right? 0.5 grams of zinc piece at A, zinc flakes at B, zinc powder and Z were taken and react with the excess amount of HCl. The most accurate graph of H2 output versus time. Okay, right. Look at that. Puta, it says zinc pieces 5 grams, same gram, not 0.5 grams, right? Zinc plates, right? Okay, make a plates, zinc plates. B, zinc powder. A කියන්නේ zinc pieces, kali. B කියන්නේ zinc plate, paturu. C means zinc powder. But same amount. Same amount mean amount of product should be same, but different speeds. එහෙනම් බලන්න කියනවා relevant graph එක මේක වෙන්න පුළුවන්ද? බාට answer කිය දෙන්න ඕන. එක වෙන්න පුළුවන්ද? නෑ වෙන්නම බෑනේ. මොකද different amount of hydrogen cannot evolve. No. Right. මේක වෙන්නත් බෑනේ. මේක වෙන්නත් බෑ. එහෙනම් අනිවාර්යෙන් කවුද? That one. එහෙනම් මට කියන්න බලන්න. So that one belongs to what? Plate the pieces the powder. The powder mean, okay, you know, powder mean that is, pieces mean that is, plate mean that is. එහෙනම් කවුද? plate කියන එක pieces කියන එක A, plate mean B, powder mean C. Right, tell me the relevant letter for that. So that graph for what? B. Plate. Right, okay. Tell me, right, that graph for what? A. That graph for what? C. Actually, that answer is wrong. Actually, that answer is wrong. Why you say it's wrong? Why you say it's wrong? Right, that one wrong because of that. What? Because of that, what? Look at that. Right, rate of reaction එකපාරම ගියා ගහෙන් ගෙඩිය වගේ නතර වුණා. එහෙම වෙන්න බෑ. වෙන්නේ කොහොමද මේවා? ඔහොම වෙන්න. තේරුණාද? හරි. මෙහෙම ෂාප් නෑ මේවා. හරි. මම නැමෙන්න ඕන මම ලස්සනට. හරි. yes. නතර දෙන්න. Right, okay. Then 140. Two test tube containing acidified KMnO4 solutions are taken and the equal amount of clean iron nail is placed in each. What difference must be made in the tube B so that the color of the KMnO4 solution in the tube B change faster than the tube A? Right, the color of KMnO4, you know it's violet, it's purple in color. So when you put the piece of magnesium, what happen? It decolorize. It says for the tube A and the tube B, same amount of nails put. But in the question it says, right, how to decolorize B faster than A. None, it say what we have to do for the B. Hari, hitala කියන්න බලන්න. දැන් මේක rate of reaction වැඩි වෙන්න එපයි නේද? ඒක rate of reaction වැඩි කරන්න මොකද්ද වැඩ කරන්න පුළුවන්? ඒකින් එක බලන්න. Increase the concentration of the KMnO4. KMnO4 concentration වැඩි කරාම දම් පාට තව වැඩි කරාම ටක් ගාලා decolorize වෙනවද? වෙනවද? එහෙම වෙනවද? නෑනේ බං නිකන් decolorize වෙන එකක් නිකන් තවත් දම් කරොත් එහෙම වෙලා යනවනේ. It's not set. Place the tube in the bowl of ice cube. Set nෑනේ. Place the tube in the bowl of hot water. Now that is good. It's good, no? Right, when increase temperature, what happened to the rate of reaction? That one also increase. So, answer should be the third one. Got it, no? Yes. Okay, your answer should be third one. Right. In the reaction shown in the figure, what again? We put magnesium stripe to the hydrochloric acid, no? Okay, right. Air bubbles escape and the tube heat up. Air bubbles escape and the tube cools. Air bubbles do not escape and the tube heats up. Air bubbles do not escape and the tube cools. Oh my god, what an easy, right? අනිවාර්යයෙන් hydrochloric එකකට magnesium stripe එකක් දැම්මොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? Magnesium react with hydrochloric acid. Then it form magnesium chloride and release H2. So air bubble definitely release and warm up the test tube. Okay, I will forward that one for the WhatsApp channel, right? Hari, channel එකට දාන්න පුතේ ඈ. Hari. Seminar. අන්තිම පාරට seminar ගැන පැහැදිලිව කියන්න. අයක මැසේජ් එකක් කර දාලා තිබ්බොත් seminar ගැන. මං ගහනවා laptop එක කැමරා එකයි ඔක්කොම පොලේ. අය seminar නෑ, online උත් නෑ. අයියා කොඩෝ. එනා වුණු දාන්න නෙමෙයි. නේ? Every Tuesday අඟහරුවාදා 8 to 1 Institute London Bridge. First day totally free. Coming 11th of Tuesday. Please pass a message among the friends and come. You will got 500 MCQ book and the revision book for the chemistry 11th grade 10 totally free. Kurunagari students. I don't know the date, right? Thursday mean 11th Tuesday, 12, 13. 13th of the Thursday, 8 to 1:30. Institute, SIP pin. Right? You can ask the whole number from the counter. SIP pin. Same seminar. Got it now? Right, for every Thursday. Candy students every Tuesday. Nice again, no? Yes? Okay. Right, okay. Hari? Hari. අහන්න බෑ ආයෙක මැසේජ් එකකට දාලා බලගන්න. හරි ඔන්න. Online students, we have to right, maintain separate classes for that. Right, I will manage. Right, okay, I will pass a message. Hi. දැන්ම බලගමු. ඔන්න අහගන්න. Dilute hydrochloric acid was reacted with the piece of pure zinc and the gas was collected. Which of the following is the graph of volume of air collected versus time? Alright, please Puta, now please tell me what is the answer now Puta. Tell me Puta. Right, tell me Puta. Right, could you do it Puta? So is that first one or the second one or the third one or the fourth one? Put it, right? So answer should be the fourth one, right? The amount of volume, right? The volume of gases we collected, right? Tell me, that is the time to finish the reaction. Okay. Oxygen gas can be produced by decomposing hydrogen peroxide in the laboratory. A trick to quickly get the gas in this reaction. So that means we have to add catalyst to the reaction. Minimize the temperature as much as possible. Adding water to hydrogen peroxide. Attaching a balloon to the test tube. Adding of manganese dioxide. Wow. Right, okay. Fourth one. When equal masses of iron metal are placed in the test tube and the sample is prepared as shown in the figure. One question එකක් මොන බලන්න. පොර සිංහල එකක තියෙන figures වගේ දෙන අපේ ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් දාගන්න. යකඩ නෙමින් iron nail, dilute hydrochloric acid, iron powdered, hot water, dilute hydrochloric, iron mesh, iron powder. Right, okay, yes. Again, look at that. Yes, iron nail, right? Then iron powder, then dilute hydrochloric acid, right? Then hot water, right? Then dilute hydrochloric acid, then iron mesh, then iron powder. Now it says, which of the following correctly shows the order of increasing rate of reaction? මට කියන අඩුම කාගෙද? A. nail එකේ තමයි අඩුම. Then powder or mesh? Mesh. C. Then powder වෙන්න ඕන. එහෙනම් මේකයි වෙන්න ඕන, but powder just powder. Here we put that into the boiled water, hot water. Then D. Then the max one is B. So ACDB should be the second one. Right, that should be the answer. Right, you got it? Yes, okay, right. But how many MCQs we discuss relevant to that? Okay, hurry. Then all the other MCQs belong to change in matter. Right, I think we have to go through some MCQs, right? හරි බලමු එකින් එකට යමු. කරගෙන යන ගමන් මතක් කරයි යමු. එච්චරයි. හරි? 104. The chemical formula of urea, a chemical fertilizer is CONH2 twice. Right, okay? Yes. Right? The formula is CONH2 2 twice. Choose the correct statement regarding urea. Immediate. Urea possesses the properties of constituent elements. Is that correct statement? Urea වල මේ එක එක element එකේ property තියෙනවනේ. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් වතුර ගත්තොත් water ගත්තොත් then you talk water, water mean H2O, water has the characters of hydrogen, the characters of oxygen. Seriously? No. Compound means contrasting characters, right? Got it? That's wrong, no? Yes, look at that. Urea possesses the properties of the constituent elements. No, that's wrong. Okay, right. Then urea molecule has 2 carbon atoms. Seriously, it's a 2. Just count it. How many? Just 1. So that's one also. A molecule of urea has 4 hydrogen. Count it. Count it. It's correct, no? Yes, 4. The total number of atoms in the molecules of urea is 7. Please count and put. Puta, how many total number of atoms there? You have to say. How many total number of atoms? Okay, right. Yes. Ekai, dekai, devarak eka dekai, devarak deka hatarai. Hatarai pahaya hatai katai. Okay, just 8. So your answer should be the third. Clear, no? Yes. Following are the 4 reactions of zinc metal and the hydrochloric acids at room temperature, in which way the hydrogen gas releases at the highest rate. Okay. Zinc flakes dilute hydrochloric acid, right? I think it's zinc granules, right? Okay, right. Zinc granules dilute hydrochloric acid. Zinc granules, okay, concentrated hydrochloric acid. Zinc powder dilute hydrochloric acid. Zinc powder concentrated hydrochloric acid. Tell me, what should be the answer? Yeah, forgot. Sir, can you send this to you? Yeah. I will send, right? දැන් ඉතින් මේක කරන්නේ මේ කරන්න ඉතින් මේ ටියුට් එක අවශ්‍ය නැහැ නේද? රයිට් කරන්න ගියාගෙන MCQs නේ. හරි. Wait a minute. Oi. Sorry for that, right? That one from the post office. Right, okay. One post office එකයි රැයත් ඇර ඔයගොල්ලෝ ටියුට්ස් වලට. ඔව්. හරි. Yes. ඔන්න කතාව. Right. Then question number 106. The equation for the decomposition of potassium permanganate is that how much is the amount of moles of potassium permanganate that should be decomposed to produce 3 moles of oxygen gas? So that means it is stoichiometry. Right. Look at the stoichiometry. Right. Before to talk about the stoichiometry, we have to balance it. Okay, right. 2 mean how to put 2. For 2 potassium, 2 potassium, 2 manganese, 2 manganese. They were a now in balance. Now it says to produce 3 moles of oxygen gases. And make 3 moles. දැන් බලන්න මට values බලන්නකො මෙතන 1යි නේද? දැන් මෙතනත් 1යි. එහෙනම් that one also 3. පුතේ හොඳට බලන් හිටපල්ලා ඈ. මෙතනත් 1යි. එහෙනම් that one also 3. එහෙනම් මෙතන 2යි. එහෙනම් that one and 2 times 6. තේරුණා? Yes, got it? Yes. So your answer should be the 4th one. Clear? Yes or no? Yes. Why is limestone added to the blast furnace during iron extraction? So that means we have to memorize the whole process. Yes. Okay, right. Now listen. දැන් මම ඊට පස්සේ volunteer කෙනෙක්ට දෙන්නම් mic එක ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න. හරි. පොඩක් අපි entertain කරගමු නේ. right. කවුද එන එක්කෙනා කියන බලන්න. දාන්න බලන්න මං එනවා කියලා. කවුද දාන්නේ? මම ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න. ඔය හැමෝටම හම්බෙන්නේ chance නේ පුතා. You have to take a chance, huh? Who's the volunteer? No? No any person? Volunteer? Okay, right. හරි ගොඩක් අය ඉන්නවා. හරි බලමු. So මමත් ආසයි හැබැයි බයයිලු. ආසයි බයයිද? නිකන් ආසයි බයයි සෙල්ලම වගේ. I think that one better than the green color, right? නිකන් දැම්මට තමයි මම නිකන් මට සෙට් වෙන්නේ නිකන්. Okay, anyway. Right. Look at that. Hari. Listen, Darwani. So that is the instrument we use to extract iron. So that is what we say what? Blast furnace. Here we supply what? Hot air. Hot air means air with heat, oxygen with heat. That's why we say hot air. Right. The upper part we added raw materials. Hematite, limestone, coke. Again tell me, what is that apparatus? Blast furnace. That one made up with special bricks. What are called? Fire bricks. What are called? Fire bricks. So why we use fire bricks instead of mortar gadol or something? Because fire bricks mean they withstand with high temperature. They tolerate high temperature. Got it? Yes. They tolerate high temperature. The upper part we added the raw materials. So what are the raw materials? Hematite, limestone, coke, sir. The bottom we added hot air. What happened to the internal temperature? It is 1000 to 1900 degrees Celsius, sir. So what happened inside the blast furnace? Coke burn with oxygen and it form carbon dioxide, sir. Then again coke react with carbon dioxide and that one form carbon monoxide. 2 carbon mean how to put 2. Right. Then now hematite Fe2O3 reduced by the carbon monoxide. Puta, actually no need to cut apart those equations, huh? You know the way. Okay, look at that. C with O, C and O, CO2. Again CO2 burn with the carbon. So carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide react with the hematite. And the reaction extracted iron. Iron extracted. Then C there, O there, definitely CO2 should be there. Okay, right. Then 2 iron there, how to put 2 there? Right? When you put 2 there, it not balance. 2 carbon කියදින් බලන්න 2 දාලා බලන්නකො. එතකොට බෑනේ. මෙතන 3 oxygen, 2 oxygen. 3 මෙතන 3 oxygen. 2 times 1 2 oxygen. 3 plus 2 5. odd number වලට set වෙන්නේ නැහැ වැඩි. What a nice smart board, huh? Right? Set 10. So we cannot put 2 there. Then that's why we have to put 3 there. And 3 carbon, have to put 3 there. Leave set 10. Got it. Now extracted iron. Sir, why we put hematite? Because it provide iron from iron ore. Sir, why we put coke? To produce carbon monoxide. So then why we put limestone? To form slug, to remove impurities. What? Impurities? Yes, there are two impurities: silicon dioxide, aluminium oxide. Then they react with what? They react with calcium carbonate. What happened? It thermally decomposes into calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. දැන් මේව කටපාඩම් කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ නේ. දන්නවනේ බන්නේ කිව්වනේ. හරි ඔන්න. calcium මේ පැත්ත අමතක කරන්නකො. calcium try to pronounce that one with oxygen. Calcium oxide. Carbon OE තිබ්බොත් definitely carbon dioxide. Those are products. Then මෙයා යනවා මෙතෙන්. මෙයා යනවා මෙතෙන්. calcium 1 silicon 1 2යි 1යි oxygen 3යි. calcium silicate. calcium 1 aluminium 2 oxygen 3යි 1යි 4. calcium aluminate. Those are you call what? Slug. Slug float on molten iron. මේ තමයි molten iron. මේ තමයි slug. Why it float? Because its density lower than the density of iron. What is the significance of the slug? Think now, no slug there. Only molten iron. Then මොකද වෙන්නේ? Molten iron easily contact with atmospheric oxygen inside the blast furnace. The surface it contact. Then again it form its oxide Fe2O3. To prevent that process, right? To prevent that process, that's one very important. So that's one very important. That's why it's important to float that on the molten iron. So that's why slug float on molten iron. Why? Because its density lower than the molten iron. That's why. Got it now? Yes. හරියට හරි. එහෙනම් ඕක තමයි සම්පූර්ණ කතන්දරේ. හරි එහෙනම් පාඩම් කරගන්න බාන්න ආයෙ පාරක් see. What is that structure? Blast furnace. What are the three raw materials we use? Blast furnace, limestone, hematite, coke. Then the bottom we put hot air. What is internal temperature range? 1000 to 1900 degrees Celsius. The bottom we collect the molten iron. About that slug. Why it float on molten iron? Because its density lower than the molten iron. Okay, right. Tell me what is the significance of the slug? Why it important? It prevent contact molten iron with the oxygen to form its oxide again. Okay, right. Then those are the reactions. Please write little bit. Try with them. තනින් ලියන්න බං try කරන්න. චුට්ටක් මොලේ වේසොන් බං. මොලේ පොඩ වද දෙන්න බලන්න මොලේට. හරි. try කරන්න බං. හරිද? හරිද? net mobile ඔය ඉත්නාල් boys no මලිදේව අම්මුණා හරිද හරි බාන්න ලියපුවා මේවන එහෙම අහන්නෙත් නෑ මේ ටික හරිද ලියගත්තාද තනියම no issues you okay fine try කරන්නේ දුවන තරමටලු ඇති නේද ඒ වගේ ඉතින් තනියෙන් වැඩ කරන තරම තමයි සෙට් වෙන්නේ right actually you can earn right just a pass for that subject right not only for that subject right you can earn 9 A's huh? What an easy just all level mean huh? It's very easy got it okay right you have to plan your works huh? Right please try to maintain your discipline not always a motivation right always you have to maintain the discipline right sir කියලා දුන්න retrieval method study method එක superior right okay yes. Rereading now right retrieving study mean that it's good right retrieving studies hari බලමු next one then you have to say why is limestone added to the blast furnace during iron extraction to reduce the iron ore to the iron මට කියන්න බාන්න හැම එකටම හේතු හොයන්න ඕනේ ඒක ආන්සර් කරන් ගත්තට වැඩක් නැහැ to reduce iron ore to iron ඒක ඇවිල්ලා කවුද කරන්නේ limestone the hematite the coke carbon monoxide නේ කරන්නේ okay right to increase the temperature in the blast furnace increase the temperature in the blast furnace ඒක කවුද කරන්නේ hot air hot air right okay yes. To remove certain impurities in the iron ore ඒක කවුද කරන්නේ calcium carbonate by what slug to decrease the melting point of iron එහෙම අපි කතා කරන්නේ නැහැ එහෙනම් උත්තරේ හැම එකටම හේතු හොයන්න ඕනේ got it yes right then which of the following oxide is not participate in iron extraction process බලන්න දැන් ඔය ලියුව reactions අතර ලියවිච්ච නැති oxide එකක් ඇතිනේ calcium oxide magnesium oxide carbon dioxide silicon dioxide උත්තරේ දාන්න බලන්න එහෙම එකක් කියවිලා නැතුව ඇති අපි අතින් oxide එකක් iron extraction වල right in blast furnace tell me calcium oxide we mentioned after thermal decomposition of the calcium carbonate it form calcium oxide carbon dioxide we mentioned burn coke right silicon dioxide mean it is an impurity so magnesium oxide that should be the answer we never mention magnesium mean right electrolysis of few solutions the final product obtained when hematite is react with carbon monoxide gas at temperature in the range 1000 to 1900 right so that means it says when react hematite with the carbon monoxide what are the products tell me what are the products you have to say it right what are the products please tell me which one should be the answer right that one එහෙම නේද යන්නේ අපි වෙන් කරලා ගත්තේ බා හරියට හරි gas used to produce margarine from vegetable oil margarine from vegetable oil මොකද උත්තරේ gas which gas produce margarine from the vegetable oil hydrogen නේ එයි අපි කතා කරන්නේ hydrogenation of okay right oxygen no oxyacetylene gas then hydrogen yes fuel in rocketry as a fuel in rocketry yes okay hydrogen to produce margarine from vegetable oils that mean hydrogenation right to fill weather balloons we use hydrogen on a kata carbon dioxide to extinguish fires to make fizzy drinks taweka to make dry ice madakane gas production hariyata hari then nitrogen to fill tires to fill bulbs we use nitrogen so your answer should be the second one clear no okay right Which of the following two components are suitable for heating to prepare a sample of carbon dioxide gas and sample of oxygen gas in the laboratory? Okay, right. එන අපෙන් අහනවා gas production. චුට්ට මතක් කරගන්න බලන්න. හරි. දරුවනේ, in our syllabus we have to discuss only three gases. What are they? Carbon dioxide, oxygen, hydrogen. All of three gases collected using which method? කතා කරා. හැමෝම එකතු කරන method එක මොකක්ද? Delivery tubes, behave stand, throw එක, right? Throw, behave stand, right? Gas jar, right? Okay. So that method you call what? නලය යට පැත්තට. එහෙනම් මොකද ඒකට කියන්නේ? Downward. කවුද displace වෙන්නේ? Downward displacement of what? Water. Water. Right. So why we use that method? Because density of gases. Density of gas. It lower than the density of air. That's why. Density of water. That's why. Right, okay. Yes. Think about the carbon dioxide. Heavier gas. Okay, right. Heavier gas mean we use that method collect to carbon dioxide. උඩ පැත්තට. එහෙනම් මොකද කියන්නේ මේකට? Upward. මොකද වචනේ? Displacement of what? Air. දැන් ඔය මතක තියෙනවා short note එක. හැදුවා ලස්සන පිළිවෙලට. Tell me the reason why? Because density of carbon dioxide is higher than density of air. That's why. Right. Hydrogen, lighter gas. Lighter gas mean that's how we have to collect it. අනිත් පැත්තට. එහෙනම් මොකද උත්තරේ? Downward displacement of air. What is the reason? Tell me. Density of hydrogen is lower than density of air. ඔයත් ලියන්න මාත් එක්ක. එච්චරයි. Those are the collecting methods. Right. Then identification methods. බලන්න මතක් කරන්න බලන්න. පේනවනේ දැන් මේ වගේ මේ charts හදලා පාඩම් කරපු එකේ වටිනාකම. වැදගත්කම. පේනවනේ දැන් මතක් වෙන මතක් කිල්ල. ඒකනේ හිම කරේ. හරි. කියන්න බලන්න. Carbon dioxide. So how you identify? When bubble carbon dioxide through what? මම දැන් ඔක්කොම ලියන්නේ නැහැ ඉතින් through මොන waterද? Lime water turns into what? Turns into milky color. හරියට හරි. මේක මෙයා මොකද වෙන්න ඕනේ? When introduce what? Splinter නැත්නම් equal නේ to the gas jar, to the mouth of the gas jar. What happened? It relighted in blue flame. මතකද? හරි මෙයා කොහොමද හඳුනගන්නේ? When introduce what? ඔයගොල්ලෝ මාත් එක්ක වගේ ටක් අඩුව ලියන්න. හරි නිකන් ඉන්නපා. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලියන ගමන් කියන්නේ. When introduce what? නිකන් නෙමේ කවුරු එකක්ද? Glowing splinter to the mouth of the gas jar, it produce what? Pop sound. අන්න හොඳයි. ගොඩක් අය මතකයි දැන් නියමයි. Well done. Got it? Yes. Yes. Okay, right. Then another thing we discuss under that. So what's the next point? Uses. මෙයා මොකද to extinguish fires. තව dry ice තව to make fizzy drinks. මතකද? carbonated fizzy drinks හැදුවා. මෙයා oxyacetylene flame එක හැදුවා. respiratory problems in patients වල දුන්නා මතක ඇති. මෙයා to fill weather balloons used as fuels in the rocketry industry because of the combustible gas, right? Another one, hydrogenation of to produce margarine from vegetable oils by hydrogenation. ඔන්න කීපයක්. Users. මතකද ඒවා දැන්? බලන්න මතකයි දාන්න heart එක. මට පේනවා සීලින් එකේ කැරපොත් එක්ක ඉන්නවා. ආත්‍රපෝඩ අවංච එකේ. මොකද ඒසි ගාසේ දන්නේ නැතත් ඉන්නේ. අන්න මෝටින් එක පේනවා. අතටින් ඉන්නකො ක්ලාස් එක වෙනකම්. Right, finish. Nah, we look here. Push the button. Panati pata veru ni sikka padan samadhi hai. Right. Got it? Yes. Carapotta, cockroach mean living fossil, no? Yes. Living fossil. Matakata grade 9. Yes. Right. Living fossil. Carapotta. Cockroach. Cockroach belongs to which phylum? Arthropoda, no? Arthropoda, right? Joint limbs, presence of exoskeletal. So some of them they possess wings, right? Chitinous exoskeletal, shows tegmentation, right? Okay, yes. Head, thorax, abdomen, yes, right. ඔය කිව්වට පන්ති වල ලස්සනට වැඩේ දෙයි නේදලු. විසුදු පුතා එහෙම කරන්නේ නැහැ පුතා. රයිට් ඕකේ. හරි. ඕන්නම් අර මෝටින් ස්පීකින් එකපාරක් ඊ පුතා. නෑ. එහෙම කරන්නේ. Got it? Yes. Right. Listen. Then so what is apparatus we use to produce gases? That is apparatus. Conical flask. Please try to memorize the parts. What is that, Pute? Conical flask. Then we use another special glassware to add the acids into the conical flask. What is that? Thistle funnel. What do you call? Thistle funnel. Again, tell me. Thistle funnel. So what are them? Delivery tube. Tell me. Delivery tubes. Delivery tubes. Right. So that is what we call beehive stand. What's that? Right. Okay. That one helps to collect gases into the gas jar. Right. Okay. That is what you call throw. What is that? Conical flask. What is that? Thistle funnel. The low end should dip in the solution. What is that? Delivery tubes, the upper part should rise above the solution. What is that? Trap. What is that? Beehive stand. BWHIV. Beehive stand. What is that? Gas jar. Again, tell me. What is that? Conical flask. What is that? Thistle funnel. We use that one, add to the acids into the conical flask. That one. Delivery tube. Fourth one, what is that? Okay, right. What is that? You know the parts. We use that apparatus for both carbon dioxide and the hydrogen production. Same apparatus. Same acid we added, hydrochloric. But for the magnesium, for the hydrogen, we add metals. Right? For hydrogen, we add metals just like magnesium, just like zinc, right? Instead of them, we can add aluminium also. Aluminium is specialist. Aluminium can react with both acid and the bases, no issues, right? But we cannot add potassium or sodium like metals. We can add, but we cannot collect the gases. When you add the piece of sodium to the hydrochloric, what happened? Oh my God, right? Got it? Yes. That is a problem with that. Carbon dioxide. So how we collect carbon dioxide, calcium carbonate react with hydrochloric acid. Calcium carbonate react with hydrochloric acid. Eggshells, limestones react with hydrochloric acid. Instead of that one, we can use that reactions also. Thermal decomposition of calcium carbonate. That one release carbon dioxide. But have to supply more and more heat for the air, right? And the laboratory, I think it's not good. The best one is that is. Yes. Hansika. I will follow it, right? Ready? Okay. And now which of the following two compounds are suitable to meeting to prepare a sample of carbon dioxide? Potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate is suitable to produce carbon dioxide? No. Normally we use potassium permanganate to produce oxygen. K2M1O4 plus, MnO2 plus oxygen. That are suitable for oxygen. Potassium chlorate, same. That one suitable for oxygen. Right, not balance. Calcium carbonate, that one suitable to carbon dioxide. Potassium permanganate, oxygen. Potassium nitrate, no, that one suitable for oxygen. Nitride plus O2. Potassium chlorate, potassium permanganate, both of them are oxygen. Now it says carbon dioxide and the oxygen, so answer should be the second one. Clear? Then sodium chloride. Right. Pujana, Pujasana, I don't know, right? Why? What's the problem? Right, okay. What is the mass of calcium oxide obtained? It's nice. It's nice. Now we, okay, right. Puta, can you take the answer for the question number 111? 112? Yes? Can you take the answer? 112? Yes? නිකන් ඔන්න ඔය වගේ නිකන් ක්ලියර් සර්ෆස් එකක නිකන් මම ඉන්න තිබ්බනම් එම්බෝස් වෙලා මරුනේ පුතා. එහෙම හදා ගන්න පුළුවන් දන්නේ නැහැ නේ පුතා. I don't know. Right? Can you take the answer for that? තීරණ ටිකක් නැති වෙයි. Yes. හරි. ඔන්න අහගන්නේ හදන විදිය නම් හරි. Mass of calcium oxide obtained by decomposition 1 kilogram of calcium carbonate ne. It says look at that. That's how. Calcium carbonate thermal decompose into calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. In the question it says, when take 1 kilogram of calcium carbonate, how much of calcium oxide use form? Right? Look at that. Calcium carbonate 1 kilogram. When we use 1 kilogram of calcium carbonate, how much of calcium oxide use produce? 1 kilogram of calcium carbonate, how much of calcium oxide is produced? X, we don't know, it's right. But we know the molar mass of that. So what is the molar mass? Calcium carbonate. 1 calcium is 14, 1 carbon is 12, 1 oxygen is 16 times 3. So you got the total one is 100. Right? Here 100 times 1. Here you got calcium oxide. 1 calcium 14, here it's 16, you got 56. Right? 56 times 1. Then take the ratios. Right? If it is 2, you have to multiply that by 2. But just one way, you know. Okay, right. Now you take the answer. 1 kg divided by 100 equal x divided by 56. Right? So 100x equal 56 divide by 100 divide by 100, that one gone, x equal 0.56 kilograms. 0.56 kilograms in 560 grams. That's the answer. Okay, another question for you. Please try with that. Hari, one. That question from me. Hari, balu tagala uttar dan kina balu. Right. When 16 kilogram of hematite was used to extract iron, how much of mass of iron extracted? Hari, balu. Kau dani ke? Isala. 16 kilogram of hematite. මෙතන hematite ගන්නේ 16 kilograms. Values. Iron equal 56. Oxygen equal 16. දාන බාඩු උත්තරේ ටගල. අන්න හරි. බිහඟ. You correct. School පුතා. Dishan. Check it. හෝමාගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ. බිහඟා බිහඟා දිනු බිහඟා am I correct? Very hard to pronounce පුතා. හරි ගොඩක් අය හරිනේ. Darun, if you are a newcomer, please subscribe the channel also, right? Finish? Hari, mana baru? Ati. Again, 16 gram of hematite was used, but it says X, we don't know. We don't know X. Right. Now, we have to find out the hematite. Look at that. Fe2O3, no. 1 iron is 56 times 2. So, 1 oxygen is 16 times 3. So, you got 160. Right here, it's 160. Times 1. Right. Here, iron 56 times 2. Then, right, okay, how to take the ratios. So, whatever the ratio, look at that. 16 kilograms should divide by 160 equal x should divide by 112. No issues, no? Then simplify. 1 10 පුතේ මාරු කරන්න 10x equal 112. Divide by 10. divide by 10, you got x equal 11.2 kilograms. That's the answer. Right. Correct. You correct. Sir, Harid. Is it correct? Correct. Yes. You correct. Yes, if you want, you can put in grand, right? 100, 120. That means 1000 and 120. Correct? Right, okay, fine. So yours should be what? Make it in 1 kg of 560, no? Right. 113. Which substance cannot oxidize hematite? Which substance cannot oxidize? Cannot, no, can mean, right? Which substance can oxidize? Can oxidize, reduce. Hematite reduce කරන්න කවුද කියලා අහනවා. අයියෝ ටකල කියන උත්තරේ. Now you know it, right? Carbon monoxide. Which oxidizing gas oxidizes hematite in the blast furnace during iron extraction? Reduce. Again tell me what? Carbon monoxide. Hari. Metal X reacts with dilute acids to give off hydrogen gas. It can be located at which of the following position in the activity series? Right, okay. Activity series එක පොඩක් මතක් කරන් යම් බලන්න. ඔව් මතකද දන්නෙත් නෑ දැන් නේද උදේ? මතකද නේද? හරි. බලන්න මාර ලේසි කෙමිස්ට්‍රි කියන්නේ right? පොට්ට, සෝම, කැහුටු, මැගි, ඇලිසයි, සිංචි, යකඩයි, ටිනුයිස, lead, copper, Hg, Ag, Pt, Au. Right. බලන්න මතක් කරන්න patterns ටික. The upper elements they react with atmospheric oxygen. මතකද ඒක? Atmospheric oxygen and produce what? Its oxide. So disappears luster in nature. මතකද? හරි. Magnesium react with oxygen and produce its oxide. The moderate elements, they react with oxygen, it's correct. Oxygen. But when heat. Okay, for an example, think about the iron. Iron react with oxygen, but we have to supply heat. මතකද? Zinc also same. The lower reactive elements මට කියන මේගොල්ලෝ can ද cannot ද? Cannot form oxide when heated. මතකද? රට්ටරුවක් බෑ. මතක තියෙන්න ඕන. Right. Next. ඊගාව කතන්දරේ. Magnesium, that one very important. මේගොල්ලෝ මට කියන්න බලන්න. Cold water react, hot water react. දානවද? නෑ දාන්නේ vigorously නේ, violently react. Vapors, water vapors නැත්නම් අපි steam කියලා නේ කියන්නේ. අර රීඩෝ විලක් නේද? Right, okay, yes. Wave steam. Tell me what happen steam? React. Magnesium more important. Right, magnesium, cold water does not react. Hot water react. ඉතින් අඩු වෙන්න බා. Magnesium. Steam react. නේ magnesium ගමින් එහෙම නෙන්නේ කමින් අඩු වෙන්නේ. එහෙනම් එතනින් පැන්න ගමන් ඇලුමිනියම් වලින් පටන් ගත්ත ගමන් පල්ලෙහාට මැද හරියක් එනකම්. Cold water not react. Hot water not react. Steam react. ගොඩක් යට ඉන්න අය. Cold water not react. Hot water not react. Steam not react. කවුරුත් not react. එහෙමනේ. ඕක තමයි patterns. periodic table එකේ activity series එකේ. Right, okay. Another thing we discuss. Another thing we discuss. Another thing we discuss. So what is another thing? That's what? About to hydrogen. About to hydrogen. All elements, they react with acids. Below to hydrogen. Below to hydrogen. All of them, are they react or not react? Not react with acids. No. Yes. මතකද? උඩ නම් yes. යට නම් නැහැ. Another one. Right? Another one. Copper sulfate. When you add piece of zinc, copper sulfate. When you add piece of silver, right? Copper sulfate, copper there. Now we added zinc. Higher reactive element can replace a lower reactive element. Single displacement reaction. So zinc can displace copper. So that's why it forms zinc sulfate and displace copper. Got it? Yes. Silver replace? No. Why? Because silver, the lower reactive one cannot replace the higher reactive one. No reaction taken place. මතකද ඒවා? බාන්න ඒ ටික මතකයි hearts දාන්න බාන්න. If you are a newcomer YouTube students, right, please take some screenshots. I think that one easy to memorize. That method. Got it? Just go through the notes, right? No, that's very hard. Got it? Hydrogen produce කරපෙකට H2 ටිකක් introduce කරාම නෑ H2 ටිකක් produce කරපෙකට oxygen ටිකක් introduce කරාම water හැදෙනවද? එහෙම හැදෙන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙම හැදෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ කියන්නේ H2 fill up gas jar එකකට when you introduce a little amount of oxygen, when you mix little amount of oxygen with the hydrogen, it not form water. Seriously, no, right? Okay. Clear? Okay. Right. Next one. Balu. දැන් එන උත්තරේ ගන්න බලන්න. Metal X reacts with dilute acid to give off hydrogen gas. It can be located at which of the following position to in the activity series? දැන් ගන්න උත්තරේ බලන්න. இது උත්තරේ කියන බලන්න. right. දැන් අපෙන් අහනවා මොකේද කියලා අහනවා. ගන්න බලන්න උත්තරේ. right. H. දැන් දන්නවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ කාට උඩින් තියෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා. an activity series එක දැන් ළඟ ලියාගත්ත එක ඇතිනේ. Then you know. Please take it. So what should be the answer? Take it. What should be the answer? ඔන්න බලන්න එනවා කොහොමද එන්නේ? Between සිල් වෙනවද මේ වැඩේට? නෑ. Below to copper. Between lead. Lead and the copper. Lead බෑ. Copper බෑ. එහෙනම් උත්තරේ clear it? Yes. Okay. The oxygen gas produced in the laboratory is collected. උත්තරේ ගන්න බලන්න. oxygen කියන එක නා collect කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා අහනවා. ටකලා මතක් කරන්න බලන්න. right. හීනේ වගේ මතක් කරන්න. oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen sir. all of them downward displacement of water. carbon dioxide බර වැඩිනේ. එහෙනම් මෙහෙම. upward displacement of air. hydrogen lighter gas එකක් නේ. මෙහෙම. එතන මෙහෙම කියලා හිර වෙන්නේ. downward displacement of air. Now it says oxygen gas එක ක්‍රමයකට විතරයි. What is that? Downward displacement of water. එන මේක. Okay, right. What procedure can be followed to prepare a sample of carbon dioxide gas in the laboratory? Lab එකක් ඇතුලේ. Heating of potassium permanganate. පුළුවන්ද? bad. ඒක oxygen. Heating of calcium carbonate. පුළුවන්ද? පුළුවන්, but how to supply more and more heat. Heating potassium nitrate. No, it is oxygen. Heating mixture of potassium chlorate and no. Okay, right. So I should be second one. Right? What is the thermal decomposition temperature in what? Seriously. It's closer to 850 to 900 degrees Celsius. 900 degrees Celsius. Yes. Mana kata? 900 degrees Celsius. 900 degrees Celsius. Right. Examine the information given below about three metals name ABC extracted by oxidation. Oxidation method එකකින් react rapidly with atmospheric air, forms oxide by burning in atmosphere. Alright, යමු තියන්නකො. Some questions. Question number 119 ගන්න බලන්න උත්තරේ. 119. Please try to take the answer. Student followed the method shown in the figure to combine two gases in the laboratory according to the X and Y. ටකල උත්තර ගන්න. මෙයා තුනමනේ. Oxygen okay, carbon dioxide okay, hydrogen okay. But that one only H2. So why should be H2? එහෙනම් ඔයාලා උත්තරේ කීයද ඕන? Clear? හරි. එහෙනම් අපි මේක balance කරමු ඈ. දැන් අපි පුරුදු වෙනවා බලන්න කරමු. Aluminium plus hydrochloric settle හදනවා කවුද? AlCa3 plus H2. හරි. දැන් මං කිව්වා එකපාර ගත්ත ගමන් යකා වගේ බැලන්ස් කරන්න එපා. ඉක්වේෂන්ස් කටපාඩම් කරන්න බෑ. ෆෝමියුලාස් කටපාඩම් කරන්න බෑ. තර්කයක්. So what the number? 3. Odd number or even number? Odd number. Odd number mean front to that chemical compound we have to put 2. That is a tip. So how many aluminium atoms? Have to put 2. How many chlorine atoms? They were up to 6. Have to put 6. How many hydrogen atoms? 6. So I have to put 3. Now it balance. So X, Y and the Z 2, 6, 2, 2, 6, 2. So R should be the fourth one. Hi. මට කියන්න බලන්න. මේ මොකක්ද? what is it again? So what are the 4 types of chemical reactions? Single displacement, double displacement, chemical combination, chemical decomposition. Again tell me, what are they? Chemical combination, chemical decomposition, single displacement, double displacement. So what is that? What is that? මේක දිහා බලන්න. මේ compound එකක් එක්ක element එකක්. ලොකු කෙනෙක් එක්ක පොඩි කෙනෙක්. මෙයා මෙතන කියලා මෙයා අයින් වෙලා. එහෙනම් මේ මොකද්ද? Single displacement. මේ බලන්න මේ elements ගොඩක් එක්ක මේ පැත්ත එක්කෙනෙක්. එහෙනම් මේ මොකද්ද? Combination. මේ පැත්ත එක්කෙනෙක් මේ පැත්ත කැලේ ගොඩක්. So what's that? Decomposition. So single displacement, combination and the decomposition. මේ මොකද්ද මේ? Right? Decomposition. Actually no answer, right? Okay. හරි එහෙනම් අන්න උත්තරේ. Single displacement, combination and the decomposition. Okay, right. Then 122. Below are the comments made by 4 students regarding the activity series. Gold metal is at the bottom of the activity series and the simply physical methods we can use. පල්ලෙහා නම් physical method වලින් extract කරන්න පුළුවන්ලු. පුළුවන් නේද? පුළුවන් නේ? හරි මම මතක් කරන්න බෑ. upper one electrolysis method. The intermediate moderate one reduction of its ore. The lower one physical method. මතක් කරගන්න. upper elements electrolysis method. Okay, right. Gold metal is at the bottom of the activity series and simply, okay, right, it's correct. To extract iron from the ore is subject to seriously, iron ore, right? පුතා, electrolysis the no. එහෙනම් මොකද method එක? Reduction by the carbon monoxide. Zinc can displace copper from the copper sulfate and correct නේ කිව්ව කතාව. copper sulfate වලින් zinc ට පුළුවන් මම copper displace කරන්න. And cannot displace magnesium from the magnesium sulfate. බලන්න, magnesium sulfate, when you put the piece of zinc, what happened? පුළුවන්ද? බෑ. magnesium ට යටින් මෙයා ඉන්නේ. පොට්ට, සෝම, කැහුටු, මැගි, ඇලිසයි අප්පඩ දෙන්න බෑ. එහෙනම් okay, ඒක that's wrong. Cannot. No, it's correct. එහෙනම් මේකත් correct. Right. Metal such as magnesium and zinc can be prevented from rusting by placing them in contact with iron. හරි. බලන්න මතක් කරන්න බානේ කතන්දරේ. හරි. පුතේ, to prevent rusting of iron. Iron rusting කරන එක prevent කරනවා නම් that is iron. Always that iron should connect with the higher active element. So that means just like zinc, aluminum or magnesium no. හරි. එහෙනම් යට කෙනෙක් set වුණොත් upset. So according to that concept, metals such as magnesium and zinc can be prevented. Yes, zinc and magnesium. It's correct. Got it. So your answer should be what? That one, okay. That one, okay. That one, A, C, and D. So answer is then 123. 123. Please put the answer. एक दिया बल्ला आंसर करा. 123. कौन आ रहा क्वेश्चन है कि मैं इतनी पढ़ा करते अरे क्या कल नहीं के okay put the answer මෙයා මොකද්ද double displacement. What is that? Single displacement reaction. What is that? Decomposition reaction. The D1 is combination. එහෙනම් උත්තරේ බලන්න කීයද කියලා. එකද? නෑ නේද? Double displacement, decomposition, combination. දෙකේ පොඩි අවුලක් තියෙනවා මෙතන මේ සිංගල් කියලා එන්න ඕන පුතා. ඒක ලියාගෙන ළමයායි හරි දා ගන්න ඕන ළමයා දැන ගන්න ඕන ඒක. ඔන්න. Right. Okay. All right. That one. Oxide is prepared by heating it with carbon. The fused chloride is prepared by electrolysis. එහෙනම් මට කියන්න y කියන එක නා මේ සීරීස් එකේ top the moderate the bottom. Electrolysis method. Top. Then heating it with carbon separated from ore. එහෙනම් අනිවාර්යෙන් පටන් ගන්න y ගන්නේ. එහෙනම් order of decreasing activity. එහෙනම් that one should start with the y. හරි. Oxide is prepared by heating with carbon. Is separated from ore. And you got to count x. Y, x, z. Take right, yes. 125. In the extraction of iron, the other components are the components apart from the iron ore carbon, calcium carbonate, air. Calcium carbonate, calcium silicate, air. Material, raw material. Calcium carbonate is calcium aluminate, air. Carbon, calcium carbonate, calcium silicate. Ayo tackle that. Blast furnace එක දාන්නේ නැහැ. Hematite අර මොනවද දාන්නේ? Hematite, cork, limestone. Carbon that mean cork. Calcium carbonate mean limestone. Air. Answer is first. හරි. හරියට හරි. අනේ මේක අජන බලන්න. Single displacement reaction එක තෝරන්නලු. ආයෙ බෑ ඉතින් අද මේ ටික ඉවර කළෙමු ඈ. අද රියලයිසන් එක ඉවරනේ. Choose the single displacement reaction from the following chemical reactions. Single displacement. ඇති ඉතින් ආන්කේ දාන්න ඉක්මනට කම්මැලි වෙන්න එපා නේද දැන් මම මේ උදේ 6 ඉඳන් මේ ඉන්නේ කුරුණෑගල ෆිසිකල් ක්ලාස් එක single displacement second මේක බෑ නේද decomposition මේක මොකද්ද combination මේක double displacement right 27 oxygen gas can be produced by decomposing hydrogen peroxide in the laboratory trick to speed up the gas in the reaction minimize the temperature as much as possible adding water to hydrogen peroxide attaching the balloon to the test tube we discuss that addition of manganese dioxide කරන්නේ එක වීඩියෝ කලින් හම්බුණානේ කලින් the figure below shows a diagram of an experiment carried out to investigate how metals react with acids what is the correct statement about the observation in the test magnesium piece copper piece දැන් මට කියන්න A එකයි B එකයි ගත්තොත් which one not react the piece of magnesium or a piece of copper which one not react tell me කවුද react කරන්නේ නැත්තේ which one not react you have to say which one not react magnesium or the copper you have to say copper එහෙනම් ඒ ඔස්සේ හිතන්න හරියට උත්තර ගන්න කමෙන්ට් එකේ බෑ tube A bubbles out and tube B does not tube B bubbles out and tube A does not ඇති ඇති උත්තරේ කීයද උත්තරේ කවුද උත්තරේ first one නේ හරියට හරි consider the following statement the rate of a reaction increases at the temperature increases when temperature increases the rate of reaction also increases too correct or wrong correct as the temperature increases the kinetic energy of the particles in the reaction increase when increase the temperature the kinetic energy of the particles increase they move fastly and they collide each the number of collisions increase up so that one also correct that one explain that one both statements A and B are true correct right 130 fine iron fibers burn instantly when heated but an iron nail heated to fire boil does not undergo any significant change so that means iron fibers burn but not the iron nail hari what conclusion can be drawn from these observations so iron fibers act as catalyst seriously now iron strands and iron nails undergo different reactions now the composition of iron fibers and iron nails are different the rate of a reaction depend on the physical nature of the reactants so which one is the best one it stays as a surface area no nature of the reactants okay 131 that one we discuss no a conical flask containing aqueous hydrochloric acid is placed on a sensitive balance yes now it says there's a balance on that balance there's a conical flask the more pieces of limestone were added limestone means calcium carbonate pieces added then what happened with the time how it vary right when you added hydrochloric now the reaction is happening calcium carbonate mass එකට වෙනකද වෙන්නේ කියලා අහනවා ඒ කියන්නේ මේක use up වෙනවනේ එහෙනම් එහෙම බලන්න දැන් අපි කම්පියුටර් වලින් කතා කරේ බා එහෙම graph එකක් මේකද නා මේකද නෑ මේකද නෑ ඒක වෙන්න බෑ මේක එන්නේ calcium carbonate mass එකකටද evol carbon dioxide වලද එහෙනම් අනිවාර්යෙන් මේකනේ වරද්දාගත්ත තුනක ඒව පොදු එකට වරද්දලා එක්කන දෙන්නේ right which metal does not මොකද මෙල්ලි පුතා අලුත් ඉංග්‍රීසි වර්ඩ් එකක් පුතා which metal does not react with cool water but react with hot water කියන මානතරේ cold water එකත් එක්ක no but hot water එකත් එක්ක okay ලස්සන දිනන ගෙඩිය පිටින් බබා වගේ පෙනි කවුද මේ මෙයා ඔක නිතරම අහනවා හැමදාම හරියට හරි right then we have to practice on some essays questions also so what about how many MCQs we did puta count it I think it's better to count. $144 there. We start with which number? No, 107 we discussed, no? Yeah, we discussed it, right? 144 there. Then 103. No, 104, no? Yes. So we did just 40 MCQs? Seriously? Right, okay. So what about your marks? What about your marks? Yeah, okay. I will forward that PDF to what groups? Okay, right, group. Okay, right. I will put that, right? Anyway, Puta, I think the common statement, I think it's better to stop at that point. Yes, right. Please don't ask again and again for the seminar, two seminars, one from the candy, 11th of Tuesday, 8 to 1 London Bridge, okay, right, closer to Trinity College. Please pass a message among the friends. We have to discuss lots of questions, right? Lots of things. We have to do lots of things actually. It's in every town. Right. Then Kurunagala, my territory. Students prepare for the seminar, sipping. At the 13th of the Thursday. Okay, 13th of the Thursday, 8 to 1:30, right? 8 to 1:30. No. Physical seminar, right? Okay, I will try in my best, right, to telecast that, right? Not the candy seminar. I will try for the Kurunagala seminar, right? Okay, I will try, but I don't know what happening. Got it now? Yes, I don't know. Okay, so then we have to manage separated classes for them. Right, important thing, right? Lots of free seminars are planned, but your help it's needed. Please pass a message among your friends. Otherwise, I don't know what happening, right? Buddy? Right, okay. Hari, என்ன வேறு கிடப்பனே? Karavota, yes. Tapi kan ini kan yanda dan udah yanda kali mau narik kan dono udah. Ini tagal ini kan hari motin dekat balangin no Karavota dia di belakang. Anyway. Okay. I want good night for you all. Bye bye. Thank you, sir. I don't like cockroach. Don't kill the cockroach, man. Like I don't like cockroach and then kill again.